Good evening. With your CIGTV news update, I'm Jay Earhart, in for Donna Bush. In today's top story, the Legislative Assembly's Finance Committee begins meetings today to review the budget for the next financial year. Finance Minister, the Honorable Marco Archer, is chairing the sessions, which allows MLAs to examine the provisions for each agency. Ministers and senior civil servants will be present to address any concerns that MLAs may have. The day began with the spotlight on the Premier's Ministries of Home and Community Affairs.
The first output group is HCA1, Policy Advice and Ministerial Services on Home Affairs Matters for an amount of $2,784,219, of which are shown on page 55 of the annual planning estimates. But I've also distributed the schedule to the bill with the various numbers there, page numbers. So if you turn to page 2, you will see HCA1 at the top of page 2, and it is found on page 55, and you can follow along accordingly, or you can turn into your annual planning estimates documents. Are there any questions with respect to HCA1, Policy Advice and Ministerial Services on Home Affairs Matters for an amount of $2,784,219?
Mr. Chairman, this is where personnel matters would normally be covered, right, for this ministry.
Mr. Miller, I'm being told that apparently it is not covered within this particular output.
Which particular output? But somewhat, isn't it the minister's staff that's giving the policy advice?
This is the core ministry itself, not the various departments under that ministry.
So this advice is coming from staff outside of the ministry, or?
Mr. Premier?
Mr. Chairman, if the member looks at the bottom of the page, he'll see that the group comprises ABS outputs, immigration, hazard management, and home affairs, and police.
The scrutiny is expected to last some days, after which the House will reconvene to pass the budget. The final document must be gazetted before the 30th of June and will come into force on July 1st. People interested can view Finance Committee proceedings live on CIGTV on Westar Channel 20 and Logic Channel 23. Organizers of the Cayman Islands Healthcare Conference today announced the theme and schedule for the annual event. Chronic and non-communicable diseases are the focus of this year's conference, and over the 3 days, expert speakers will focus on the latest measures to combat diabetes, cardiovascular disease, mental health, cancer, obesity, and respiratory disease. The conference theme is extremely relevant to the Cayman Islands, where cardiovascular disease, cancer, and heart disease are among the leading causes of death. Studies have also found the high level of obesity in the population, which increases the risk for lifestyle disease.
We aim to have this conference be informative and educational, not only for the medical community, but for the general public as well. CNCDs are diseases that are often preventable, and we are encouraging people to take charge of their lives and live a healthy lifestyle.
The conference will take place at the Ritz-Carlton from the 20th through the 22nd of November this year. Today is World Environment Day, and to highlight this year's focus on how climate change affects small island states, the Cayman Islands' regional neighbor Barbados is leading the global celebrations. The theme of this year's observance, Raise Your Voice, Not the Sea Level, highlights the dangers of rising seas to small islands. The UN says it selected Barbados to host the World Environment Day because of its commitment to transitioning to a green economy. The country's government has also organized an awareness campaign urging people to pledge to combat climate The country's government has also organized an awareness campaign urging people to pledge to combat climate change through simple steps, such as buying local or using reusable shopping bags. Here in the Cayman Islands, local officials are urging people to take further steps of banding together and combating climate change as a community. To learn how the Department of Environment is approaching climate change and how you can help make a difference, visit their website, www.doe.ky. If you need more information on the international initiatives, check out the website unep.org/WED. And as always, if you missed today's news update, you can get all of the details on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And of course, don't forget to tune in to Radio Cayman's Talk Today show tomorrow. I'm Jay Gerhardt. Thanks for watching.